Okay, hello. Welcome to the weather updates. 10 o'clock, February 8th, 2021. Turned out to be a very nice day, and I did an exhausting walk in the pines, so you're going to have to forgive me if I'm a little tired. But it was absolutely beautiful here. Now, I know I could have gone to New Jersey where there was less snow on the ground, but then there would have been less snow. So this is what it looked like here. Pretty much a winter wonderland. The sky stayed clear most of the day. And we didn't really start seeing some clouds until much later on in the afternoon, despite the models saying the clouds would roll in a lot sooner. It's kind of like what it looked like there. So let's go take a look at some of the current conditions out there. And it's pretty cold in some areas. That's actually an old reading from West Hampton. We're going to update that. It's now down to 8 degrees in West Hampton. That's right, 8 degrees. It's amazing how cold it can get in the Pine Barrens. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, only 8 degrees in the Pine Barrens. So, wow. There you go. There's your reading. Well, it's now up to 9, but 8, single digits in West Hampton. That's incredible how cold it's gotten. When you look at Islip, it's at 16 there at Islip. But it's, you got the clear skies, light winds, dry air, perfect conditions, and a snowpack, which also helps get radiational cooling. We're down to near 20 even in Carl Place, so definitely getting that radiational cooling unless you're right along the water or in the city. Even out east on the South Fork, you got some radiational cooling in some of the interior areas, like 12 degrees at East Hampton Airport, which also is in the Pine Barrens as well. When you look at the city, their temperatures are hanging on there into the upper 20s, so it's amazing how the city just holds on to the heat. Even 18 in Levittown there. Is that Levittown or Farmingdale? That is actually Farmingdale. So it's 18 degrees at Farmingdale. So we're getting excellent radiational cooling tonight. Let's see how it's going in New Jersey. They're also getting some radiational cooling. 14 degrees in the airport there west of Toms River, 22 in Toms River proper. So a very good night for radiational cooling, and thus it is dropping quite a lot. We'll look at the high temperatures for today. Let's see what the high temperatures were. And you'll see we got up into the upper 20s. Upper 20s, though. There really wasn't that much wind, so it didn't feel that cold. It was a little warmer in Jersey. It looks like it got up to close to 30 there around Toms River. And if you went a little further south, got into the low 30s, maybe in some mid-30s. But again, they didn't have the snowpack down there, and that's what makes the difference. Once you go south of Toms River, especially Atlantic County, not much snowpack there versus here where we have the snowpack. So that's why it's colder as well. So that always helps to make it colder. Let's go look at the next storm that we're going to have to deal with and the general pattern we're in. So I guess we will start looking at the general pattern we are in. So let's start with the view here for the North American continent and the upper air pattern. Still got this block around Greenland. That's what's bringing us the cold air. That's what's bringing us the snow. That's a favorable pattern for winter. But right now, we have a ridge starting to build, and a semi-zonal flow. Or I'll just say a flat trough. But you can see with this kind of setup, this means stall front syndrome. So if I draw it out for you here, this means stalled front syndrome. We'll just pick a color here. Well, it's alternating. A stall front is really alternating, but we'll just put it in blue. We'll put it in red. So you got your stall front right over here. So this is where your stall frontal boundary is, right here. So with that, you're going to have lows riding along it, and that means plenty of clouds and chances for precipitation with this pattern that we have in place right now with the stall front. We had a nice day today, but now we're going to be dealing with the stall front situation. And we're going to be dealing with it most of the week, as you see there. And it won't be really, it looks like it's going to last into the weekend. So you can see the trough going into the west, and it's just not making much progress to go east. We have to wait now until, it just keeps getting delayed now. The next big trough wouldn't be until February 18th, February 19th. And the block, you can see the block around Greenland trying to weaken a little bit too, which is a concern. But still, plenty of storms forming in this flow, and we don't have a fire hose yet, so it's, the main problem is just this Atlantic ridge here, this ridging over here in the Atlantic that's causing the trough to go further west. That's the problem. Well, let's look at the European model, and I'm sure we're going to have a similar type of setup here as we head into the week. You see, there's that trough. that we start off with. Then you got the stall frontal boundary. It's because of this damn ridge right here. That's what's screwing us up. And that's why we're not getting our cold air. We have to wait. I mean, we have a cold air today, but I'm talking about the frigid cold air we were supposed to get. Everything was looking favorable for it, and then it's got to be some damn fly in the ointment. It's usually that damn ridge or something that gets in the way. All right. We'll look at that later. So let's go take a look at the CONUS view, and we'll look at what this means at the surface. Now, so you'll see here's this next system, a very weak system, bring us a chance of snow, light snow and light rain tomorrow. Should be hopefully drying out by later in the afternoon. So the chance is gonna start. We'll take a closer look at it in the late morning. It's not going to be a big deal. Not really much of an accumulation with this. And you can see this. Here comes the next system along the stall front. This is for Thursday. This one kind of stays to the south, but we might get into a little bit of snow making its way northward, at least over New Jersey. Again, it probably won't be all that much. It's a weak system. And here comes the next system. This would be Sunday. And with the track well over the Great Lakes, this could be a rain. But we still have some cold air in the low levels that could hang on, and this could cause some icing conditions. This may be more of an issue north and west, but we're going to have to watch that. And then, can we finally get into the Arctic air? No. Here comes another damn storm along the stall front. So you see what the problem is that we're dealing with right now. We're supposed to have, a bitterly cold week, and now we're not getting it at all. We were supposed to get that. You can see that bitterly cold air. Here's the temperature anomaly chart. It's over the Midwest, but we just can't get into it. It's all going straight. Literally, it's going to be colder in Texas than it's going to be in New York. I mean, we're going to be below normal, but not dramatically below normal, and we just never get into it. And it just stays in the West, and by the time it gets here, it's moderated. So we were supposed to get a really good Arctic blast, and thanks to that stupid ridge offshore screwing everything up, we may not get it. Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but, at least we had a beautiful day today, though. Like I said, it's important to have these Arctic blasts. I mean, when I was growing up, we'd always have days every winter where the highs would struggle to make it out of the teens. Now, it's very hard to get that. And that's because of climate change. And I want to bring something else, which reminds me, I need to bring something else up about climate change in this weather update, too. So we're going to take a closer look at our area here and our next precipitation system coming in. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch this over to the precipitation view. And we're going to look at the NAM and the HRRR. So this is the next system coming in. Very light system. It's not going to barely be any accumulation. You can see just a light snow. And then the temperatures come up because we're already getting in the return flow. So the chances are we're not going to see anything tomorrow. If you're north of the city, maybe a couple of inches. But here, nothing. This is the next system. You can see there's a high trying to build down from the north that'll push it to the south. So we may not see anything from this one either. And the only accumulation, which would probably be fairly light, would be over New Jersey. That would be the second system Thursday, into probably a Thursday system right there. All right. But if we go right to the end and we look at the total snowfall in the NAM here, you will see not a whole lot here to look at. So chances are we're just not going to see any. Well, we need a break. We don't really want to have any more snowfall anyway. But the two systems that we're going to deal with are weak systems, and they're, one system is weak, the other system's going to the south. This is the HRRR, again, a very weak system that's going to pass by. Dry day on Wednesday, and then the next system gets ready for Thursday, but this one looks like it's going to the south again. Whoops. So let's go back to the GFS, and we'll go ahead and we'll look at the temperatures that we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days here, and you'll see what I mean. So we were below normal today. Tomorrow we're still going to be below normal, probably. Highs probably depending on where you are. It looks like it's much warmer over Jersey, so you can see this is where the front is. But we'll still be a little bit below normal, maybe mid-30s. Night we drop back into the teens again. Wednesday's a little colder as the front sinks south, so we're in the upper 20s to around 30 again. I mean, we are below normal consistently. Here's Thursday, upper 20s. At least we are below normal consistently, but we're just not getting into that bitterly cold air that we were supposed to get. And it was supposed to bring us some clear skies, too. And, at least we had some today. Here's Friday. Same deal again. So below normal, 20. So we are consistently below normal every day. Here's another Saturday, consistently below normal because we're on the cold side of the front. You can see what happens, though. Here comes that system off to the west. That'll bring that little surge of warm air in, possibly getting us into the 40s. And then this bitterly cold air just can't make it in. Here's Monday. It's off to the west, literally. We're in the 20s, but look off to the west. We're in the 20s, but look at Ohio, even freaking Kentucky. I mean, they're in the single digits. We just can't get that air in, which means stall front again. It's all because of that damn ridge that's there in the Atlantic, which shouldn't have been there in the first place. So now it delays it off. So you can see at night it gets cold, but as far as a day where highs struggle to make it out of the teens, we're just not seeing it. We were supposed to get that, and now we're not even going to get that. We're supposed to get like record-breaking cold, and now we're not seeing it at all. So it's really annoying. And if you look at the we'll just put Eastern U.S. so you can get an idea of what this plunge looks like here. So see, it's going straight down, but it's not heading toward the... You see what's going on? We got this damn ridge here in the Atlantic that's screwing things up again. This freaking ridge again. That's not supposed to be there in the winter. You can see, looking at some of the cold. Look at some of the cold that's going down into the middle of the country there. I mean, temperatures well below. Look at this, Missouri even, negative 15, negative 20. I mean, this is crazy for them. All right, it's not supposed to get that cold there. It's very unusual, but that was supposed to be for us. So if you want to get the extreme cold, I'm sorry, you're going to have to head over to Missouri or somewhere like that. Missouri of all places, which is ridiculous. We were supposed to get that air. So it's really annoying. I'm hoping this changes and hoping we can get into some of that cold air. But again, it's all thanks to that damn ridge. The cold air is being directed into the middle of the Midwest and not toward us, which is really annoying. And that also means that we're going to have plenty of junky skies, too. So hopefully you got a chance to enjoy the sun tomorrow. So I guess that's what we'll do is the next thing we'll look at the skies, because once we get tomorrow, we're dealing with clouds. Wednesday, dealing with clouds. Thursday, dealing with clouds. Friday, dealing with clouds. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Look at this. We're just never going to get out of this. We may have to wait until February 19th before we get out of it, according to GFS. All because of that damn ridge. I'm sorry, I punched the table. I don't know if you heard that, but I hate that damn ridge. That ridge needs to be eliminated. I hope the president makes speaks with top scientists. That ridge is the reason why we get hurricanes going up the coast. That ridge, there's nothing good about the Atlantic ridge. If we can get rid of it completely, there's got to be a way we can figure this out. We can get weather patterns back the way they're supposed to be. So that's the GFS. We will look at the NAM as well as the sky cover. And then you can see here Tuesday, plenty of clouds. Wednesday, maybe we can get some of the clouds to clear out, but then we're dealing with more on Thursday. So it's just not a great pattern. We can look at the RGM as well. This is the 0Z RGM, by the way. I'm going to pull this back to the 18Z. We don't have enough of that. So here's Tuesday, plenty of clouds. Clear it out tomorrow night. Then Wednesday, more clouds come in. And Thursday, maybe we can push that front a little far enough south that we can have a clear day. Don't count on it. So yeah, it's really disappointing because we were supposed to really have a good getting into a good deep freeze polar vortex pattern, and now it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. So let's go take a look at the climate outlooks here. So this is a 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and if you look at that much below in the all countries below normal. Look at the Midwest there. You see that's where all the really cold air is. 8 to 14, it shrinks a little bit. Precipitation, which is on the right. Everybody's pretty much slightly above normal, actually, with the precipitation. Week 3 to 4, that below normal chance moves a little to the east. And this is the 1 month outlook here. But it's like the cold air just wants to go into the middle of the Midwest and not toward us. I mean, it's crazy that it would go straight down and never make it over there because of the freaking ridge that's off the East Coast. I hate that damn ridge. I absolutely despise that ridge. That ridge is the source of all our misery. Like I said, we can get rid of that ridge. our weather would be so much better. It would be so much better. But anyway, there's one more thing that I want to bring up, and this is India Glacier. Something happened in India. This is 37 people are trapped in a glacier collapse in India. And 37 were trapped. There's a lot of people that at least 26 dead, scores missing after glacier collapse unleashes a wall of water. So this is all part of climate change. That's not supposed to happen, but this is what we're seeing. Yeah, I know. We're still talking about climate change because we're still dealing with abnormal weather. All right, yes, we're getting cold weather and we're below normal, but the fact is when you see the models predict these big Arctic blasts that don't arrive, that's climate change. All right, that's because the models underestimated how strong the ridge was. The ridge was stronger than the models anticipated, so therefore that's why everything that's why that storm that was supposed to go out to sea hit us yesterday. It's the same thing. It's that ridge that's stronger than it's supposed to be. You know, and that's because of the warmer than normal ocean temperatures that we have. It screws up everything, you know. And sometimes that ridge actually is making it worse for people in the Midwest that are going to have to deal with this extreme cold. It was supposed to be spread out over a larger area and more diffuse. Now, the people in this area are really going to get... And let's just show you what I mean with... we're going to look at the EURO here at the windy.com map, and you're going to see the cold air. And I'll just put this on temperature so you can see the cold air coming down and how messed up this is. Now, this is the European that we're looking at. You can see here, keep an eye on St. Louis and Kansas City. All right, something wrong when Kansas City is 17 and New York is 30, but it gets even more crazy as we head toward the weekend here. Here's Friday. You can see, look at that cold air coming down, but it's not coming here. All right, here's Friday. Yeah, we're looking at the EURO, so maybe the EURO will have a little more hope for us, but you can see. Let's go to 3 p.m. New York is 25, Kansas City is 10. All right, St. Louis is 19. All right, I know Iowa and these areas here can get very cold, but the cold is going pretty far south, and it gets even crazier by Sunday. As you can see, again, look at that. Oh, we're not seeing the temperatures here. Why are the temperatures not showing up on here? Oh, it doesn't go that far out? Is that the deal? There we go. I'll hit it over here. 5 degrees, all right? So St. Louis is 8 degrees, while in New York, it's 33. There's something really wrong with that, all right? I mean, that's not normal. You know, was it going to be colder in Houston than in New York? I mean, is that what's going to happen? You can see the cold air now. Let's see. We're looking at the European model. So the Euro might bring it a little more toward us, hopefully. It looks like the European model, on the other hand, does bring us the cold air. Here's 6 p.m. On Monday the 15th. So, you know, I mean, this Arctic air, we've been looking forward to this. And, you know, I don't want to get disappointed. You know, we need this deep freeze. We need it to keep the beetles under control. We need to keep the ticks under control. It's important to get at least one good deep freeze every winter. That's the way it was when I was growing up. And we need to do that. And that's that's very important part of the climate. So hopefully the Euro is right, because the European has lately had a better track record than the GFS. So let's hope that the European is right and the GFS will fall in line, and we will see this plunge. Now, I also want to look at one other thing here, which is the snow forecast. So how much snow is being forecast here? So let's see. We're going to go ahead and look at that. New snow, and we'll go. Well, it goes as far as next 10 days. So I think it's 10 days an idea for the storms that we're going to get over the next 10 days. You can see most of the snow looks like, let's see, Jersey might get a little more. It's predicting another 5.4 for them. That's kind of interesting to look at. So it looks like as we get into, after we get that second storm coming by on Sunday, that'll pull down the cold air. And at least according to the European model, we're 21 Sunday afternoon. And then we drop even colder for Monday. So don't give up hope yet. We may still have a day in the teens. Here's a week from today. So let's hope we can get this cold air to come here, and the GFS is wrong. I hope, because we need that cold air. We could also look at the clouds too. Yep, it would be nice and clear. See, clears it out. Get a nice clear day there. We can also look at that's why you got to look at the European model too. Let's see. Euro still has plenty of clouds for Wednesday. Let's see if it'll push that front any further south on Thursday. No, not really. It's Friday, so we're still going to be stuck in the clouds for a while. But if we can get this front through, we can start clearing it out Sunday and Monday and getting into that bitter cold air. So let's hope that happens. And I'm sorry if you don't like the bitter cold air. We need it. So today was a cold day, but not a bitter cold day. We were only about 5 degrees below normal. You know, how come we could be 20 degrees above normal, and that happens all the time, but yet if you want to be 20 degrees below normal, that's a rarity. Yeah, my friends, it's climate change. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.